So I was thinking about, when I bought my CFLY Faith Mini, my mini drone, the one with the gimbal camera on it and everything, and when I actually got that, I used the pay in three method on PayPal. So I actually got it. I think I was paying back. Let's see, what was it? I've forgotten now. Was it £28 a month? I thought, yeah, it was 28. Was it 28? Anyway, it was £137, I think. Divide that by three, and you'll get to know how much I was paying per month. So I was paying over 3 months, right? And I was just able to afford it, right? I just managed it, and I only got the one battery, right? But I really like this drone. I mean, it's really nice. It's stable, and I didn't want to spend too much on it because at the time I wasn't sure what I was going to get. I mean, sometimes you see reviews on YouTube and they give them really high ratings and everything, and you buy it, and then you realize when you get it, it's crap, right? Well, obviously, I didn't want to add another £48, I think it is, for an extra battery to the cost of buying two battery system. So I actually went with the one battery system because it was too much as it was to actually pay a month. Um, so if I got the two battery system, it would have added an extra 48 quid basically to my the amount I was paying, and I couldn't afford to pay more than what I did. Anyway, so after several months of trying it out, and I'm quite happy with it, and I decided that it might be a good idea to get an extra battery because in a few years' time, um, I might not be able to get one because they might not be available anymore, or they might discontinue them or whatever. And also because I can pay for an extra battery in paying three again, so I can actually get the extra battery at £16 a month, which is manageable. Um, so I actually decided to order a new extra battery, and they're actually smart batteries because when you press the power button briefly, it tells you how much power's in them, how many LEDs light up. So they are smart batteries, and my CFLY Faith Mini can actually fly around 20-25 minutes. It really depends how much you charge them up. If you charge them up fully, I think you can get a maximum of 25 minutes out of them. But I think generally it's about 20 minutes, depending if you haven't charged it for a while and it's you know. So anyway, but a few people have said, well, they don't normally ship lithium batteries on their own, but I think they do. I think they've changed the rules a bit because if the battery is not fully charged when they ship them, like at 30% charge, they're allowed to ship them. It's only if they're fully charged that because of safety and all that there's problems. But anyway, we'll have to find out, see what happens if it actually turns up. I'm hoping it does. Because it would be nice to have two batteries, because the advantage with that is that you can cycle them, and lithium batteries do like a rest period. They like to, they like to be rested a bit, and you can cycle them. So you use one for one flight. You run it down to say 30%, 20%, and if you do want to fly it again, you can just pop the other battery in. Well, if not, you can just next time you want to go flying, you can charge the other battery up and use that one. So it actually prolongs the life of the drone and the batteries because you're actually spreading the amount of usage over two batteries instead of just one, if you know what I mean. So you're not putting all the wear and tear on one. You're spreading it out. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's supposed to arrive, I think, April or something, sometime in April. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that little amendment about the CFLY Faith Mini because it's a nice drone. It's really cool. It's stable. I've had no issues with that doing flyaways or drifting or anything. When we had the fireworks display, it was quite a stiff wind, and it held its own. It really stayed put. It was brilliant. It didn't drift at all. It basically stayed. So I'm very, very impressed with it. So it makes sense to get an extra battery for that because it's so stable. Obviously, some of the features I don't think they work properly. Some of the follow me. I'm not sure if it works properly because I've seen some other people reviewing the follow me modes, and I don't know. I think it depends on the situation and the lighting, and I think it would work if you had ideal situation, ideal lighting. Like the sun was facing you, and you got yourself in the little box. And the only thing I don't like about that is that you can't resize the box. So the actual box is a preset size. So you basically got to you've got to reverse the drone to a distance where you're basically fitting inside that box. And I think then it kind of recognizes the object that it's supposed to follow or whatever. But if you when I was close, when my daughter was when we were down on the beach, I think it was my youngest daughter when we were on the beach, all I could fit in the box really was her face, and that wasn't really ideal. You need to be able to fit a person in there, so that it can actually focus on the person properly. But it kept drifting when we were doing it on the beach because there was a little bit of wind on that day, but it wasn't too windy. It was just a little bit, but it was slightly turning, like as in turning slightly off out of center. So anyway, so we'll see what happens. My hand's getting tired. I'll see you later. Before I drop the phone.